we're rolling here. So Akondaye Fountain, the news of the day is that you have decided to become a boxing promoter as well as a fighter. You're not retiring, but you're going to promote. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it came out of frustration for myself, not really getting the opportunities that I would like, to be able to fight frequently, having to go out of the country, to fight, and then, being disappointed with the whole out of country or out of territory decisions or whatever. So I decided to, get my promoter's license so that I can, promote myself and then also give up-and-coming fighters or just fighters that aren't really getting an opportunity, a chance to fight, because, we train hard daily, and, for what? We're not getting an opportunity to show our talent, so I want to be the promoter that is giving other people a chance.
And what's the name of your company?
My fight name, Calm Before the Storm Promotions.
I had to guess it was going to be something like that. Let's talk about, well, first off, do you have anything coming up? What are you working on? Let's go with that.
We're going to look for a date in July, possibly July 11th, the week after the 4th of July. We're still trying to finalize, find a venue that will work, for me, and just kind of, putting some other things in place. But this is something that I've been working on for quite some time. So I've talked to a couple of local fighters, female fighters. They know, what I'm trying to do. They're supportive. So I think I pretty much kind of have a card, put together, and we're just trying to finalize some things. But July, look out for Calm Before the Storm Promotions. We'll come out, put on a good, exciting show.
And you're going to fight on the card as well?
Yes. Right now I'm saying yes, that's the plan originally. There's a couple other things in the works for me, so I have to kind of see what the dates are so that I'm not,
in conflict?
Right, yeah, in conflict with, the other promoter that I may work with.
And I guess part of this is, might be that you, obviously, as you stated, might be having a little trouble getting fights because you're, sort of scary as an opponent. So, tell us about that and how you figure you're going to be able to actually wrangle yourself an opponent as a promoter. How does that work, or how does that become different for you?
Well, I think, with female boxing, it's kind of been at a low, so I think there's a lot of us out there that want to fight, and so I think now if a fight comes available, then I think, we're all kind of, more likely, to take it because of the opportunity. So I'm hoping that, here in the States, I can get some fighters that's in my weight class that's looking to, take advantage of the opportunity presented to them. Like I said, there's, I've been working on it for a while, so there's females that I spoke with, so there are some females that are willing to, come and be on the card, and also, to fight me, as an opponent.
Financially, this can be kind of a difficult undertaking. There have been several promoters that have come and gone. They might do 1 or 2 cards, and then you never hear from them again here in Houston. My understanding is it's a minimum of $25,000 to put on a card, and then it can be pretty difficult to recoup that cost. What have you done with regard to, arranging the financing and developing a business plan that you figure is going to be sustainable?
Right, and that's one thing that that I was real kind of focusing on. I don't want to be a one-hitter quitter. Just come put on one show and then not be able to put on any more. This is a passion of mine. I want to continue to do it. So starting out, I will be conservative. I'm not going to go look for a venue that costs $10,000 that sits I don't know, 3,000, 5,000 people. That's not really being realistic. So I've been thinking out of the box. I spoke with different companies and businesses that are open to sponsoring and helping me out with the show. So definitely looking for sponsors, and then again also thinking outside of the box and not biting off more than I can chew. My first show, it will be conservative, definitely.
Recently a guy died here not too long ago. Actually, it was up in Dallas, and that brings up the whole question about the dangers of boxing, and in particular, there might be fairly or unfairly, some added concern among the part of some people regarding female fighters. What are your thoughts with regard to that?
Right. Definitely, my condolences go out to the family. And it is a dangerous sport, and we know that coming in, and going through the training, we know that it's a combative sport, and that it's a chance, or we're taking a risk, every time we step in the ring, to get hurt. But hopefully, with the doctors and officials, and with the tragic accident, that everybody will be more. I guess more, I don't want to say strict, but just really looking to looking out for the safety of the fighter, and the trainers, the team, the doctors, the officials, everybody working together, promoters, making sure that we're doing our part in trying to keep the fighters safe.
Well, we're always happy to see another promoter come onto the scene. It can't be a bad thing, and we wish you the best of luck. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Nope, just look out for the Storm Promotions July. Come out and support.
All right, fantastic.